And I think that should be it. Did I go live or is everything screwing up? We're going to test the audio. There it is. The audio is working too. Well, I haven't done a studio stream in a long time, but the wife asked me to chill at home tonight because this is very hot. So we're going to talk about crime in Vegas if anybody comes in to watch. Young LA Raider is here. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're going to go over some crime stuff, crime statistics in particular. We have um, our screen over here where hopefully if I do this right, I'll be able to actually see it myself. Let's go here, pop this here, go like this. I can see your chats. And then we will try to put this here and go like this. And hopefully this will show up the way it should. Oh, Dios mio, it's not showing up the way I'd like it to. So let's just try to deal with that. Boom, boom, boom. Got to get that boom, 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 as they say. And then I have, of course, a switcher, and I can switch my scene. There it is. Look at that. So we're going to talk about crime statistics in Vegas today, and we're going to talk about whatever live stream stuff you want to talk about, and maybe we can pull more than 100 viewers. That would be fun because I'm not on the strip, and everybody wants to see the strip. But I'm like, look, man, sometimes y'all just want to have a close relationship. I want to have one with you. That sounds creepy. It's not meant to be. And I haven't done a stream from home since December 31st. So that's 5, 6 months. Anyways, Bruce is here, Young LA Raider. Susan is here. Catherine Fowler is here. Ernie Rivas is here. Stephen Lake is here. Joseph Wotan is here. Yeah, everybody's coming in. Sammy the Bunny, get on the strip. Okay, Sammy the Bunny, thanks. So I need time off too, like most people. I'm getting over being sick this week. So I decided Sammy the Bunny to stay at home and have a night where like I don't get days like this, you know? And been working all through my sickness, but sorry, Sammy the Bunny, that I'm not on the strip. And let's see here. Betty says, haven't seen much of you. Really, Betty? I've done 22 pieces of content in the last month. 22 different uploads. So I've been around. Maybe Betty, the YouTube algorithm is not recommending me to you. That could be a possibility. Soda Slots is here. Steven at the crib. Yep. Stitch Me Up is here. Stitch Me Up's never seen an in studio stream before because she came in after December 31st is the last time I did one. Pomsy is here. Hey guys, yes, and Stan side. It is hot, man. It's 96. It was a high of 100. It's going to be 108 next week. We're definitely going out on Sunday to do the Sunday stream in the morning time, but it is warm today. I spent all day working in my garage, reorganizing stuff, and mm, I did my day thing, my morning thing, quite successful at it, which was great too, but I can't tell anybody what that actually is. So 70 people are watching, and we're going to get to some crime statistics. I've set up my screen here. I got to get to my OBS software, and I got to put it over here. And then I got to know that I can just click on this and then it'll go to what we're going to look at, which is this stuff here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh, okay, that's correct. I'm looking at my preview window. It's all over the place. So that should be displaying right, I think. And that's what we're going to be looking at in just a few minutes while we just say, how was your week? I hope you guys were doing good. Um, it was a week for us. It was a week. And Caroline's watching the Oilers and the Stars right now. She watches hockey more than me. And my wife is from the Philippines, and I turned her into a hockey fan, so she watches hockey more than me. I match my chair. I guess that's true. There's things on the back wall that, if you look closely, will trigger some of you. I just don't care anymore. I can't worry about it. And there it is. Does this mean that there might be Trump? No, not Trump conversation. We're just talking about crime, dude. We're just talking about crime. I don't bring politics directly into the live stream unless people want to be silly about it. Everybody knows what happened yesterday. I don't know. Yesterday was a fiasco. Let's not talk about that. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Learning how to use a DJI Osmo Mobile 6. I bought two gimbal to live stream. I'm still rocking the 4. This is my gimbal that I usually use. It's not turned on, and I'm actually using my iPhone as a microphone right now. This mic is plugged into the iPhone. Is right up here, so that's what you're seeing right there. I'm glad Caroline is back. Been a while since I watched anyone. CVJ, you look like you're going to a bowling competition. This is my Elvis Presley bowling shirt. Um, It says 2001 on it. I don't know why it says 2001 on it, but on the back it says Elvis, and I love this shirt, and I didn't want to look too informal on the live stream. So we got 80 people watching, 82 people watching right now apparently, and I'm glad Caroline. Okay, so if you guys have questions, you guys have comments, you guys want to ask me stuff, the way these things usually go is we go off on a main topic and then we hit a tangent. And I used to do these for really long periods of time because people were locked up in their houses. This was back in 2000. And I did like 35 of these in a row. And then finally I went out to the strip. But that was when everything was shut down. I always use a Zhiyun Crane 3. Sometimes I switch over to the DJI gimbal. But I got too many gimbals and stuff in my life. I went kind of hog wild. You don't need a lot of equipment. I mean, look at all the camera lenses and stuff I got behind me. It's kind of obsessive and compulsive and stupid, you know? What is the worst crime in Vegas right now? So let's take a look. Let's jump right into it, okay? So we're gonna look here, and this is our this is our crime. So if you don't know, if you're buying a house in Vegas, realtors can't actually tell you anything about crime. If you ask a realtor, is there crime in this neighborhood? They're not legally allowed to tell you, and if they are, they're breaking the realtor's code. They could lose their license. That's the way it is. So it's on the homeowner to go look at crime statistics. And we'll look at the map of the city of Vegas in a few minutes. Let me just prepare the map right now. And to do that, I have to click out because this thing will locate me. And I don't want to have it locate me by default using my machine. And then you guys know where I live. So we'll also look at a map of the city of Vegas. So let's just start there first. This is a map of Vegas, as you can see right here. And it's there's the city. Now, Vegas's central point is actually the Strip. And you can see the Strip right here. This is the main strip area, all those hotel icons, all those beds. I mean, Flamingo, Venetian, that's what pays to be on Google Maps. That's why they're showing up. And then everything around Vegas kind of gets, you know, north, south, east, west. And so the worst crime in town is actually, well, we're going to see in a minute. And they break it up into different types of areas. And you'll see where the crime is the worst, where it's the best. But I will tell you, anything around this central corridor, the crime is generally not that great. So right inside of the central area right here, closer to the tourists, of course, more opportunistic things. But we go to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, LVMPD. And they actually keep crime statistics, which is pretty amazing because they didn't do this until recently. Now they're finally doing it. Yeah, they usually hang around nearby motels and cheap hotels off the strip line. Summerland crime stats. Yeah, we're going to look at that too. Stevie J, what's your take on the homeless population constantly increasing, especially here in California? Well, that's a good question. And as we get the questions, and I want to read, and I don't want this to be a 10-minute live stream, we'll answer some questions for you. So, what's the deal with the crime and or the homelessness? California, there's a YouTuber named Johnny Harris. He did a take on this, and I was actually shocked that he did it because it wasn't a popular take. It actually kind of cut into Democrat policies and stuff like that. But he was largely right, and I'm not blaming Democratic policies because conservatives and Republicans do the same type of stuff. But especially in California, a lot of people they make it very difficult. And I'm just like, this isn't an attack on Democrats, but when your state has been run by them for many decades, this is who makes the policies. And so the policies in California make it very difficult for new housing projects, low income housing projects, tall housing projects. And so you don't have the ability to build easily. California really cares a whole lot about um, I got something weird here. Sorry. California cares a whole lot about the environment and they make it difficult to build. When you make it difficult to build, they can't build stuff without it being a big, lengthy process, and they don't build a lot of new stuff. And so there's less affordable housing in California. Plus, California has a lot of billionaires and they drive up the real estate prices. A lot of people invest in stuff and they command the rent prices. And there are companies across the country that command and control rent prices. There was a bit of an expose. One such company deals with major markets and they artificially are inflating the home rental prices. So that causes a bit of a burden on renters to be able to afford stuff. And so Gavin Newsom out in California, he's the governor of California. He wanted to, make all these tiny houses, but he hasn't done it. They spent like $750 million or something that they earmarked and set aside for tiny home construction, which are places no bigger than maybe this room that I'm sitting in. And that would have really helped, but they promised they'd be building those back in 2022, 2023, and then nothing happened, and they never built anything. So I don't know. But homelessness is bad right now because there's lack of retail home supply. So what happened was during the last decade or so, maybe even further back, during the Great Recession we had, 2007, 2008, new home builds started to slow down. They're still doing them, but they're not doing them as quickly. And so then you had a bunch of people who were graduating to home ownership age and they wanted to buy homes. And so they snapped up that home inventory. And they're not building homes fast enough, which means that there's not a lot of supply. And when there's not a lot of supply, the demand goes up. And when the demand goes up, the prices go up. And so when the prices go up and nobody can afford to buy a home because it's ridiculous, then the rental market becomes more competitive. And then when the rental market becomes more competitive, the prices go up there. And then inflation factored in on top of all that. Now we have people who can't afford rents and they might end up living outside. Anyways, that's what that is, I think. Let's see here. And let's see here. In Australia, there's a big problem, and it is to do with youth crimes. They carry pocket knives, and they will also go around stealing fancy cars for the joyride. He was here as well. Newsom's been the worst governor we've had, but they still vote for them. And then young Arnold, young Arnold Raider, young LA Raider, Mrs. Arnold. Barshman says, I love in California for 67 years. Any questions? Hey, man, if you love it and you can afford it, you should live in the Golden State. It's a beautiful place. The people are very, very nice. They're very, very nice people for the most part. It's just that the government policies have not served the people all that well. That's the unfortunate part. Young Arnold Raider. Yeah, it's young Arnold Raider. Yeah. Come on, look at me. I'm playing for the Raiders. Yeah. Go Chargers. Anyways, let's go back to our crime stuff. Boom, here we go. So the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, they have the crime here, and we can look at the weekly crime reports. What's new this year, which isn't a good thing, just saying it's new. They have homicides listed. So now they're going to report on homicides. Now, I don't know if it is what I found is that the new chief of police, Sheriff McCahill, he's weird out on this stuff. He wants to do more community policing, which means less arrests and more trying to make friends with people in the community. So I think he's afraid of people and cops being assaulted in Vegas, and it is a good thing to do that kind of stuff, but you also got to refer to the people as criminals if they're breaking the law, but that's just what it is. So we have the homicide logs. They never used to report this. I mean, they always had the data, but they didn't report it. So we can look at that too. And then there's traffic statistics, which is interesting because there are so many homicides. And I just did a video about this yesterday. I did a video on living in Vegas and it ended up being 25 minutes long. Oh my gosh, Patrick. I didn't think anybody would actually super chat me because I'm in my studio. Thank you, Patrick. Guys, can you thank Patrick? 122 times. I'm impressed I have 122 views. Thank you so much, Patrick. I appreciate you. If you guys want to actually donate, and you can actually do that. You can do it at notleavinglasvegas.com/donate on the screen briefly. Thank you, Patrick. Guys, say thanks to Patrick. He didn't have to do that. He's probably going to be the only super chat I get for the whole entire night because I'm not showing you tourist stuff and dying. Literally this week, I was dying. I don't know what it was. So Caroline was going to barbecue, but she has insomnia and she's going through, insomnia sucks, man. When you sleep in at 12 noon till 8 at night, it's no joke. It's no fun. So she was barbecuing the previous week and I had this hot pie in the sky. Great idea. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to Walmart. And I end up going to Walmart and I bought beef patties. And then she's like, no, honey, I already have things to barbecue. So now I have beef patties. So put them in the fridge. And a week later, last week, she was like, oh man, I can't sleep. I might get some rest. If the barbecue goes, you just make it. I'm like, great. I'm going to look up how Gordon Ramsay makes the burgers. And she's like, well, in that case, maybe you want to make for me. So now I got to make for her. And she's like a chef and I'm like not even. I'm not even a Jeff. If you ever watch that, The Bear. But I made the burgers. I put butter in them. That's what you do, Gordon Ramsay. Man, get that beef patty, put some butter in it. They look so good. Put on the barbecue. I didn't know. The wind shifted and I got this massive hit of smoke and I breathed it in. I didn't mean to. And I woke up the next day dying. My lungs were killing me. Stupid amounts of lung. Like, what is wrong with me? Did I wake up 8 hours later and have COVID combined with pneumonia and bronchitis and COPD and who knows what else? And it just lingered the entire week. It was the worst thing in the world. So that's one of the reasons I'm not out there tonight. Anyways, Saturday, thought you folks are back last month. Barshman, tell us about California healthcare. I never been one of the barricade situations. I never have been a ton. There have been a ton. We'll take a look at that too. Whoa, Angel Ramos, much love from Battle Creek, Michigan. That is so cool. Thank you, Angel, for a $1.99 super chat. Some friends and I had a wonderful Thai lunch. Okay, we're not looking at that. What's up, Steven? I'll be there next Wednesday. Can't wait. Watched a Plaza Casino YouTube video. You ever been there? Oscar Steakhouse looks good. Yes, actually looks good. Yes. Okay. Let me text this person because I have somebody. Oh, I killed my audio. There, it's back now. I have somebody who's texting me, streaming now. One second here. Okay, so have I ever been to the Plaza? Plenty of times. I've gone to the Plaza right on the live stream, a few times actually. And, I like it. I think it's a good place. I like Circa more than I like the Plaza, but I'm a bit of a preferential guy because I got Richard Wilk on my team if I go to the Plaza. But let's look at the stats. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the facts, Jack. We have to go back to our explainer screen. So here it is. So now we have traffic. We have hate crime statistics. These were never also listed up. That's kind of weird to see that. I mean, it's fine, I guess. And then they have crimemapping.com. We'll open up in a new tab and we'll look at the crime reports for weekly crime in Vegas and just see how all this looks. Now, what you need to know is the stuff that's in red is the bad stuff, and that means that there is a percent change. So like just tearing into it, we can see the homicide offenses year to date 2024 versus 2023, that's down, but we have to take a look here at the actual month. And so look, let's see here. So we go 2024, 427 to 2024, 5, 2024 to 2024. So we've actually had a net increase. It's 100% increase, but overall homicide in Vegas is down, which is good. Some stuff that is, overall down, 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 down. So crime in Vegas is going down for the most part. Fraud offenses in Vegas are up. So white collar crimes, fraud offenses, you might think it's white collar, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's white collar. Fraud can be anything from passing fake money, I believe, to stealing somebody's bank card with a fake swipe machine, impersonation, that thing where you borrow somebody's phone and then log into their bank account somehow and sell yourself a bunch of money, this kind of stuff. Let's see if I can zoom in on this for the sake of you guys actually seeing what I'm looking at with this here and see if we can see it better. There it is. We can actually see it a little bit better. Aggravated assault down. They're all very good indicators. And I have not looked at this report. So the question is, how bad is crime in Vegas? And we are finding out right now. But what you got to look is this is the overall metro area. So metro for all of it. And then it's going to go into crime briefings based on little area commands in the city. And I'm going to show you the strip and show you how kind of weird stuff gets. Now, society crimes, these are where things are getting not great. So drug and narcotic offenses are up for the year. 16.5%. Prostitution is up 50% year over year. Like, why is prostitution up 49% year over year? It makes little sense to me. Total, I gotta turn my thing on here, focus, and then none, so nobody can bug me right now. Prostitution is up. That is actually quite shocking. So in total, society crimes, things like prostitution, drug, narcotics, and weapon law violations are up by 14%. And then we have gun crimes. Gun crimes are low, but what is up is murder, person crimes. There's been more murders, which is murder and homicide are two different things. You guys need to understand that. Like homicide could be manslaughter, It could be aggravated, assault that leads to unintentional manslaughter, intentional manslaughter. But flat out murder is actually up in Vegas. 50 cases. You date 2023 at the same time. 2024, it's 54. Rapes are down, which is good. Aggravated assault is down. And then we have some other stats that are going down, like property crimes, robbery, burglary, larceny, theft, motor vehicle theft. All this is dropped. So I guess the police are doing a good job out here. And then we have calls for service up. That's fine. Then officer-initiated citations, 15% more tickets, I guess, for various things. And then traffic fatalities. This is a really bad one, and I may make a whole standalone video on this because this one here really unacceptable. Traffic fatalities are up 32.7, almost just rounded up to 33% for the year. They said that we're in our deadliest 100 days of the year and that it's just a challenge with people not killing themselves in cars in Vegas now. And I don't know why that is. I talk about that in the video that I went out and recorded yesterday about the facts about living here. So we don't have many comments right now. Let's see here. When the weather changes from cold to hot, people can get all sorts of allergies. Okay, yes. There have been a lot of barricade situations in Vegas lately. Sorry about my spelling mistake. You're good, Joseph. We had thousands of pool players show up at the Westgate over the last 3 weeks. They'd hosted 3 major tournaments. Okay. Sin City Gym, the mob wouldn't have tolerated all this crap that was happening in Vegas now. That was a great time to live here, yes. But we have to type in something like population of Las Vegas in 1945. So 1945. Anybody want to guess the population of Vegas in 1945 before I bring it up? Guess. Take a guess. Take a guess. Domestic is always high. Yeah, in Vegas especially. We have problems with this. Take a guess. Guess in the chats if anybody's even listening out there. Let's see here. 25,000 is what somebody says. Sin City Gym says 75. Charlie M says 35,000. Anybody else want to guess? 50,000. So 27,000. That's a very specific number. Let's find out what it really was. So in 1940s in Vegas, in 1920, the population of Vegas was 2,300. So it says here, let's see here, City of Las Vegas historical population numbers. And it says that in 1959, the population was estimated to be 60,427. And this is from the actual city's website. It doesn't actually show before that. I'm sure we could find it. Oh, 1940 population. Here it is under timeline of Vegas. It says in 1940, the population of Vegas was only 8,422. Now, let's just say, let's be very generous and say that in 10 years, an extra, I don't know, double the population, 16, 20,000. So I guess Pompsy, you were the closest. No, A.G. Jordan was the closest. So what I'm wondering is proportionally, how much of this would have existed in a city with a population of only 20,000? That's what's interesting to me. So then we have to look at the area commands. So this is Bolden area command. That's not what you guys care about. You care about enterprise and convention center. So convention center, what does this look like? This is where things get considerably more dicey, right? Look at all the red on this one compared to the last one. So sex offenses, forcible. Now, homicides are down. This is very good, but the convention center area command is around the strip. Sex offenses up 3%. That's bad. Other stuff that's down is larceny and theft. That's good. Robbery is way down. Burglary, theft, motor vehicle theft, way down. But drug and narcotic offenses. Now, I talked about this on that thing that I recorded yesterday. It's literally just me talking into a camera for 25 minutes. Nobody's going to watch it. I'm crazy to release it. But it's about the weird things about living here. Drugs and narcotic offenses are up 57.5%. This is the strip. Prostitution is up 19%. Total society crimes up 37%. Shooting crimes up 25%. Burglary, larceny, theft up 16 and 18.8%. Specifically, downtown area command. Now, this is where it gets ugly. Now, I know this is what you came for, this salaciousness. Homicide downtown up 14%. Assault offense up 1.9. Aggravated assault up 8.5. Simple assault intimidation. That's not even a charge. Look, they haven't even had any of these up here. Oh, that was. Okay. That is something up Gosh, total personal crimes in downtown area are up by 1.3%. Make sure you guys can see my screen. I can see the whole screen here, but I can't see it on the side. Fraud offenses, larceny and theft. Fraud up 35.5%. My goodness. Burglary, breaking and entering downtown up 4.4%. Embezzlement. How embezzlement up 180%. Drug and narcotics up 34.5%. Prostitution downtown up 87.5%. Weapon law violations 4.3%. Total crimes firearm cases up 5.4%. Murder up 137.5% in downtown Las Vegas. Rape up 8%. Robbery 12.3%. Motor vehicle theft 33.3%. Wow. Total that's something else, man. And then we have enterprise area. This also covers the strip. So in enterprise, sex offenses are also up. So like this is not chill to have happening here. Fraud offenses up 7%, motor vehicle thefts up 5.3. What is up 350%? Prostitution. I'm just gonna say it. This side of time, and when you have prostitution be such a problem in Vegas, I wonder how much of a problem it is in other towns. Like I wonder if it's not a casino town because what I think is happening is people are getting to the end of their money, have to support themselves, and they don't want to do OnlyFans. Yes, that's a terrible part. Mine is cutting. I don't know. Is it? Oh man, that's not good. Oh, just change the mic. Hold on. My goodness. Let's go here, and then we're gonna go to audio input capture, and go here, and go here to MacBook Pro microphone. Should be better now. You guys can hear me pretty good, right? It's bad. Is it that bad where you won't go out and stream? No, that's not what it really is. Let's see if I can hear myself. That's not what it really is. There you go. What I was saying is, what I think it is, if we look at the stats that I was showing you guys. Now I have sound. So it's my first time back streaming in a really long time. So again, when we have prostitution up as high as 350%, I think that's a sign of the times, and I wonder what it's like in other areas. I wonder what it's like in other areas. Is it happening in the same way in Chicago and Los Angeles? Is it happening the same way in Miami? Is it happening the same way? And by the way, Vegas is nowhere near the size of those towns. So we got to compare it to stuff like Sacramento because Vegas is just behind Sacramento in terms of size. And then we're just ahead of Cincinnati, Ohio. So is it the same in Sacramento? Is it the same in Cincinnati? I don't even know. Maybe people just can't afford the economy to stay in the economy. Who knows what it is? And if you guys have any ideas what it could possibly be, let me know. Yeah, 350% increase in prostitution and crimes in the enterprise area command. That's wild stuff. Burglary is up, robbery is up. And then we have the Northeast area command, which is really strange because going back to our map, this is the Northeast area command of Vegas. So you might think, oh, North Las Vegas is a rough town. It's really rough. Look at these crime stats. There's really only four markers, one, two, three, four, that are up. But if we compare that to like the enterprise area command, and I want to show you something about enterprise Nevada. I want to show you something about enterprise Nevada. And to do that, I have to bring up Google Earth. So give me a second to do that. And it's a weird place because there's $1 million homes in Enterprise, Nevada. It's a very strange place. I don't care. Let me explore Google Earth. So I'll show you what Enterprise looks like. And it's a high income area. Silverton Casino. Okay, now look. This is what's weird about this area in town. Silverton Lodge, boom, there it is. Now this right here is Enterprise. See, like that's very strange, right? I used to live in this area, as a matter of fact. And you can see all of this land that's just completely blank land. Nothing going on with this land anywhere out here. Just a bunch of people with giant homes that are worth well over $1 million. But Enterprise Command also encompasses parts of the strip. And if I am able to actually scroll my mouse over, you can see where Las Vegas Boulevard is, right? It's where is it? Heavens to Murgatroyd. It's right up there. So that's how far you are from the strip, right? So Enterprise Command is in this general area down here with all these warehouses and stuff. So that's a really strange head scratcher to me because when you look at all the red on the Enterprise Command and then you look at North Las Vegas, which should by all accounts be a worse area to live in because it's North Las Vegas and it's the ghetto and it's north side. Yeah, it just something is not adding up here. So either there is just not enough police coverage for these areas where all of this red seems to appear down the line, or you just got to watch yourself while you're out there. I mean, looking at it all. So we have the Northeast Area Command. That is, of course, going to be North Las Vegas, Northeast area, around Nellis Air Force Base, the cannery, and all that kind of stuff, right? Let's see here. It depends on the sting operations being conducted for prostitution. Be careful of people selling Apple Watches. I bought two today and they are junk fits. Really? That sucks. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh at you for that, but I am using a very old Apple Watch with a dying battery that I have to charge twice per day because I can't really afford to replace it right now. Not replace the battery. You don't really replace batteries in these. You just replace the watch. And then we go to the Northwest Area Command. Some people were asking me about Summerland. That's a lot of red. So the North Las Vegas, which you think should be bad, is not that bad. Homicide offenses in Northwest Vegas are up 500% for the year. That is a head scratcher. Larceny and theft, domestic violence cases are up, or down. Sorry, murder is up. Yeah, that's insane. And then we have the Summerlin area, which people were asking me. Summerlin murder is up. So I mean, homicide is up, not just necessarily murder. It's kind of weird. Prostitution in Summerlin is also through the roof. This is like we are referring to Summerlin, right? Like if we want to show you what Summerlin looks like, Summerlin is way, way, way out this way. This is the nicest part of town where you're not supposed to have these kinds of things happening. Like this is Summerlin, right? This is all the golf courses. This is the guard gated communities, and prostitution and murder is up in these areas. It's just very strange. Like there's downtown Summerlin, boom. And if we zoom out there, you can see, I mean, this is all parks and golf courses, and there's just nice areas out here. Tennis courts, swimming pools everywhere you look. Side, and it's still bad. The crime is still bad out here. Robbery is up considerably, 60% more robbery, and 300% murder. South Central, South Central. Didn't even know Vegas had a South Central. Las Vegas. That's some crazy stuff. Larceny, theft offenses. So North Las Vegas that you think should be the worst is actually the best, and everything else is not good. So crime up across the board in Vegas. What the heck, Spring Valley? Now, it should be noted that more people live in Spring Valley than the entire valley combined. So if we zoom out and we look at where Spring Valley is, it's really like the central part of the strip. So this is Spring Valley looking down on it right here. You can see it. So this area right here is the worst crime in the entire valley. And this is where we want to live. You can see it right here, Spring Valley. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is actually Southern Highlands. Yeah, that's got to be Southern Highlands right there. Not Southern Highlands. No, no, no. It's not Southern Highlands. I'm sorry. Can't remember the name of this one. This is Spanish Trail. Spanish Trail. So this is like where Michael Jackson lived when he was here. He rented a house from the Sultan of Brunei. And right next to it in Spring Valley is where the crime is the absolute worst. I mean, look at this. Spring Valley. Thank goodness homicide's down, but nearly every single thing is up. Total in-person crime, person crimes is up, property crimes are up, society crimes are up. Wow, rapes are up. Everything is up down here. And I don't know what the cause is. Like, I have no reason to think that it's going to get any kind of better. I don't know if it's going to get worse. And then again, going back to the main page, this is the open data. Anybody can view this stuff, which is good. And then we had a crime mapper, crimes by zip code. You can go and find any of the stuff that you actually want to find, which is very good. And so they made the homicide charts, the traffic statistics. Traffic is a mess. It's a weird experience living in Vegas right now. I will tell you that right now. So we'll go look at some of your comments right now. Armin is here. How you doing, buddy? Let's see what some comments we had were. Could prostitution have gone up due to more enforcement? It could be, Tobin. It could be that the task force wants to crack down on it. I would hope that that's the only reason. But I do know that I'm batting around a video that I really want to do in my head that talks about a young lady who passed away, and she was killed at the MGM Grand. And they found her body like naked, laying face down in a room at MGM. She had a gunshot wound to the back of her head, and it was basically a hired hit. And so when you look at the news and then you type her name in and then you find all of these things, I mean, she was a mother of seven. Seven. I mean, why was she in the room? Right. And then I take her name and I copy paste it and I look up the criminal record and I find out that she had numerous, busts for prostitution and solicitation and stuff like that. So she was working as, a call girl. And I think what happens is a lot of these girls, and sorry, it's more girls than guys. This is the way it is. They get into this lifestyle. And I was talking to somebody at the Cupcake Girls, which is a not for profit. They do rescues out here of these women and give them a chance to break out of the cycle that they're in. She said it's like a very short timeline. Eventually, there's a zero at the end, which is where your life runs out if you don't get out of it. So I think that, the naked lady cards, the card slappers, we all pick them up and we laugh and, oh, it's goofy. I'm going to collect them all. But I think that those things go into like causing a lot of these problems, which I think is just absolutely horrible. Let's see what other comments we have. Let's see here. What did you think about the weather right now? I think it's hot. I just wanted to do a night where I can stream and then I can go be with my wife, where I don't have to like drive and be fighting the heat and my phone is overheating and stuff like that. Let's see here. Oh, Stephen, hi. I hope all is all good. LVL says it's good. A lot of thefts don't get reported because it takes too much time to do a report with no results for recovered stuff. That's true, but let's say you like have an iPad that gets stolen. If you have the serial number, which you can always get from Apple, if you do report that stuff, what happens is Metro, the police, they go around to pawn shops once a week, and they look for people that have tried to dump stuff or have sold stuff. If they can match the serial number there, I mean, there's a very slim chance that you'll ever recover it that way, but it's the only chance that if you don't report it, it'll never happen. Let's see here. Let's see here. Percentages are strange. If one person is murdered in May and three in June, that's a 200%. That's okay. Well, I mean, look. You say that, and I agree with you there, CBGB. But what's the difference? One versus three or 100 versus 300? Like that's still the same percentage increase, and people will look at them and go, "Whoa, my gosh, 100 versus 300, that's a 200% increase." And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, one versus three is still a 200% increase, and it's still a pretty big like multiplier. It doesn't matter whichever way you do it, unless I'm doing statistics wrong, which you could tell me I could totally be. Live in Spring Valley, have seen more homeless on the street corners, but no real crime. That's good. Okay. Do you plan to match your shirt with your chair? I didn't plan it, but apparently it worked out that way, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, so we can open this up for Q&A. I didn't realize I had my donation link up here like some kind of hobo. People are going to accuse me of trying to solicit donations. So I'm going to open this up. If you guys want to talk to me, if you guys want to give me a comment, you guys want to talk to me, go ahead and do it. I can see your comments right here. Otherwise, I think this might be a short stream because I don't really have a stream of consciousness to blast out to you guys right now. There's not much I can really show you at this point unless you guys want to ask me some questions and not about those things. Is it me or is your audio level lower than usual? Maybe it's lower than usual. I have no idea. Let's see here. Lock volume, vertical blend properties, advanced audio properties. I can take that thing. I can go to audio input cat. I can bounce this up, make it louder. See how that goes. See how that sounds. That might be a little bit louder than it was. Let's see here. Sound is good. Would you consider VC properties stock a safe investment? I guess. I mean, they own the entire strip, right? Almost. A lot of it. Blackstone and VC, they own a lot of the stuff on the strip. But I'm not a financial planner. This is not financial advice channel. Just wanted to say hi to me and my wife. Love watching the channel for half a year. We lived here now. Can't wait to finally see you. Scarface Taco, that sounds great. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, VC owns so much stuff. They own 13% of the entire world's GDP. I did a video on this on the channel. Nobody watched it, so I put it on another channel that I was trying to start before I got really busy with work and I can't do the same types of videos I wanted to do. So yeah, when you own 13% of the world's entire GDP, then I guess that you put your money into that company, and I guess it would be a safe investment because you're going to assume that they're going to grow the money. But the thing is about VC is that they own a lot of commercial real estate, and I don't know if the commercial real estate market is going to be all that good coming up. It could be a complete and total mess and wreck. What about your local 55 mobile homes in that area? Yeah, there's 55 plus aged communities in Vegas. I don't know much about them. I know that you know, got to be age qualified and stuff like that, and they're usually really well upkept because folks over 55 don't want to deal with any crap. Red on the shirt, red on the hat, red on the shirt, and a Trump magazine. No correlation. The wife bought that for me. It's an old magazine. I don't know when that came out. But no, no correlation. I could have worn anything. I have hats for sale. I mean, I've actually offered hats for sale. Nobody's actually ever done it, but I got tons of them, man. You know, a hat. Here, look, I got green not leaving Las Vegas hat. I got a whole bag of hats here. I really do. Look at this. These were all made by my friend Eddie, who went up to be with Jesus up in heaven. He ended up getting Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, because he was a Marine and he fought bravely, but they put him at Camp Lejeune. So we have all these hats and stuff like that. I could have worn any hat. I got tan green hats. I got yellow hats. I got hats that are blue hats. I got gray hats. So I could have worn any hat. It wasn't a coincidence or nothing like that. Do I see a Pikachu? You maybe. No. Yes, I have a it's not on my shelf anymore. I had a Pikachu. Was that you that sent it to me? I have it somewhere. I really do. Yeah, but it's not a no, I'm not trying to send any kind of a subversive message or nothing. I yeah, I don't think there's a Pikachu hat back there. But anyways, no, I was screaming my guts out on X yesterday. Yeah, I'm not buff anymore. I'm fat now. Thank you. Get a hat, people. They rock. Thank you, Stuart bought hats. Stuart, you're the man, dog. I appreciate you. Um, are there any cats? No, we don't got those here. Dave M. Steven, how's it going, Dave M? Dave the man. Nice to see you guys. So you can ask me a question, you can challenge me on something. It doesn't have to be Vegas related. Sometimes I just like to talk to the audience about stuff, and that's fun too. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here and play on my Nintendo Switch for the next hour until I get a super chat. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. We got minimal super chats on these. Stuart's coming back in 2 weeks. Yeah, hit me up, man. You got my cell phone number. You can text me now. That's good stuff. So yeah, I wasn't buff. I was buff in the past, AE. Uh-oh. I'm buffering out now. Okay, it's better now. Yeah. I've been we've been trying to rebuild life, man. Sometimes life hits you and smacks you in the face. You know, there's a reason I did that video on the incredible challenges of renting a house in Vegas way back in like November. But now we're doing the channel more. We're doing more videos. I went out and I recorded a massive 25-minute epic video about the realities of living in Vegas. Have you been to the Shelby Heritage Museum? I've not been, Ernie, just because I'm not a car guy as much. I don't get a big excitement rush of dopamine over them, but I've heard it's really good, and they're making an Evil Knievel museum out here too. So if you like that kind of stuff, and if you're into motor, like any kind of automotive, there's a couple of really good Harley Davidson dealerships, not just the one on the strip. There's an even bigger one over on Sahara and Rainbow that you should go to. Steven, does Vegas have to disclose to you if someone was murdered in a room they want to assign to you? I don't think, Stan, that that's a disclosure with the room rentals. I believe it is with real estate. Again, you are so good at this. You should do true crime Las Vegas. I've tried. There's this Asian girl that does these really long videos. I don't know how she strings it all together. She just talks to the camera and she's so good at storytelling. I got a course I would need to do on storytelling because I'm not as good at storytelling. And I would love to do true crime. There's not as much true crime here as you think there should be, unless I can't find it. Did you guys make it to see Love? Yes, we did, and it was pretty dope. Listen, let me tell you this. Does anybody here like not like Cirque du Soleil? I'm just asking. Don't get mad at me. Out of the 194 people that have actually tuned in to see some Yahoo talk into a camera, do any of you guys not like Cirque du Soleil? It's okay to say you don't like it. Like if it's not your type, like you might like comedy shows, you may prefer to see something else. I don't know. I mean, because I've seen a few Cirques now, and I love the Beatles Love Show, but I found that that kind of performance art doesn't speak to me no matter what music they set it to. And I thought it was a great production show because they did a great job with the Beatles brand and telling a story, but I was just like, I don't think I'm going to see any more Cirque shows after this. And it was just crazy because it was a gift from somebody who did something really special for us, and God bless him. And I'm going to make an amazing blog and thank him for it if he's okay with it inside of that video because he wanted to remain anonymous, but maybe I can just say thanks to him. And I love the show because I love the Beatles, but I didn't understand all the makeup and all that kind of stuff. It was just really confusing to me, you know? Hmm. My wife and I loved the Love Show. It was a great memory for me. Oh, yeah. I mean, they have a great finale. I've ridden the Deuce bus and paid for the 3-day pass. Great option to go up and down the strip and to Fremont. That is true. Just be careful with the Deuce bus because undesirables and somebody, if you have your phone out, you can get this thing stolen really fast. Because people will watch you, and if you're just like chatting on your phone, doing stuff on your phone, they'll just wait for that door to open in the back because the buses here have a back door and a front door like any buses. But some of them, they just wait and they run out when they know the door's going to open. They snatch your device. Bad Apple is good. Okay, very cool. Very cool. The Spiegel World shows are a lot more enjoyable to me. I've heard they're trippy, like Absinthe and stuff like that. I've heard they're good shows. Never seen one, never been to one. Don't have a lot of interest in doing a ton of shows in Vegas. I'd rather start to strike out and do some amazing restaurants and stuff like that. That'd be good. But yeah, what's your least favorite show in Vegas? Challenge me on something. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about because this is our time to chat. Our time to chat. So yeah, we were talking about the crime earlier on in the video. The Mirage chairs with the speakers built in really helped the Love Show. Were there speakers built into those chairs? Not in the seat I was in. Maybe they're up in the top parts. Why did they get rid of the Strip Express bus post COVID? It seemed to always be busy. Did they get rid of the Strip Express? Did they? I don't know. Let me see. Strip Express Las Vegas. Visit Express. Oh, it's telling me to visit the show. The store. Express Bus Las Vegas. Blue Man Group was painful to watch. Yeah, I my wife didn't like Blue Man Group. She saw it with somebody else. I'm going out this Sunday. Yeah, I'll be out this Sunday in the morning time. It shouldn't be that bad. I mean, the hourly forecast for Sunday should be relatively good, but it's going to be getting hotter and hotter as we go. That's for sure. I'm using carrot weather. I don't know why I'm using carrot weather. It just insults me all the time. Hello, Sweet Caroline. Thank you. Hands down, Siegfried and Roy was the best show I've seen in Vegas. I've heard that. I really wish I would have ever seen that show. So Sunday, it's looking like Sunday morning, Sunday night. Let's see here. Sunday is going to be 100, but the lows for Saturday could be 75. So it won't be that bad, I suppose. I mean, it could be worse. Whoa, Tony C. Tony C is winning the Super Chat game. Thank you so much, Tony C. Appreciate you very much. If you guys want to do something for us on PayPal or something like that, you can use this link here, notleavinglasvegas.com/donate. Can you say thank you to Tony C, please? You should do a story on why China Mama has gone to crap over the last few months. Used to be the best in town. That's inflation. There's nothing else. Mac King was the best show ever. We used to see Mac King's I think it was his like it might have been his mother. Or wasn't Mac King, that was Nathan Burton. Nathan Burton's mother used to come out to the timeshare booths, and they used to give out these Nathan Burton tickets, buy one get one free, and they knew that we would stop people with it. Here, I'll just give you this; it's free. Come over here. You use it as attention getter. And she was such a sweet lady. I don't know if she's still with us or what, if she's gone now, because it was like 20 years ago, and she was obviously in her 70s. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I had a coworker that was drugged and died at a hotel, Rio. Ooh, really? That's not fun. Wow, way to bring down the whole entire stream. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. So they get rid of the express buses. It's possible they did. I mean, no, they have the no, I don't think they have the SDX. That was the stripped downtown express. I don't think they have it. I don't think so anymore. I'm still trying to figure out how Matt Franco escaped from a pod on the high roller. Did he do it live or did he do it on TV? That's the question I have. Because I remember seeing Chris Angel, and when Chris Angel would do a bunch of shows, like there's a trick that Chris Angel does where he walks on water, which is something only Jesus can do. But he wasn't really, what he was doing is the whole entire thing, and the premise, and they did it at the Luxor pool. Because when Chris Angel was first coming to Vegas, the Planet Hollywood was still the Aladdin and it was going under construction. So he was doing his thing at the Luxor. And it was at the Luxor pool, and he was walking across the pool, and there's people swimming between him as he walked. But the reality of it was that he was wearing a type of sunglasses that had special lenses, and he could see the invisible platforms underneath the water because of the glasses and the material that the plastic material that the platforms were made out of. And the people that were swimming through were just plants. They were actors, like John Lovitz used to say, acting. And they were swimming through those stilts that were on the bottom of the pool floor. So it made it look like he was walking on water when he really wasn't, and he could see every step that he was taking. One of these times it might just be bump into you because I work at the Bellagio. That'd be cool, bro. Why are you not live streaming with Caroline? Jaycation has become a huge star on YouTube. You and Caroline live streaming could be more successful than Pompsy and Greta. She just prefers to stay out of the public eye, which I completely respect and appreciate. That's what it is. I'm glad for Jaycation's success in Vegas. I really am. That's some good stuff. What are they at right now? You should all go watch Jaycation right now. Jaycation, Las Vegas, San Diego. I've met him a few times. He's a very nice guy. Very cool dude. All right, so let's see here. Jaycation channel here. He's got 117,000 subscribers. And the video that he did that got him the super popularity was 12 Waikiki scams, maybe 15 dumb mistakes tourists make in Vegas. Wow. Now I know what videos to make. Rip-off scams and stupid things. Good stuff. Thank you for the tip. I'll have to go and check some of those out. There's a video of Franco freaking out people at the high roller pod when he disappeared. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Like I say, a lot of that stuff is for TV audiences. We used to live with a magician. Someday I'll tell you guys the story. I know a lot more about magic than I'll ever let on, but I know a lot about magic. A lot. 4 years we lived with a magician here in town. And part of why I had to move. It was a very sad story that I won't get into right now. But anyways, has the Fountain Blues business picked up? I wouldn't know. I'm not allowed to go back into the Fountain Blue. Not really sure. So Jaycation lives a few minutes from me. Elton John's $1 Million Piano at Caesars was the best show and concert I've ever seen. I've also heard people say that Celine Dion is great. Topher, did you add a avatar? That looks good. JK aka JK, very good merch. My grandson loves his gear. Yeah, I tried doing merch, Donald. Nobody bought my merch. I don't know. I guess my merch was boring. And then what happens, Donald, is that you get people that are like, hey, you should make a shirt, and then they give you suggestions, so you make the shirt, and then they don't even buy it. That just takes time. You can't just produce shirts with AI. Like people think AI is the answer to everything. It's totally not, because there's no AI image generator that'll make a high enough resolution that you can print. And when you print on a shirt, you have to have a very good image resolution. So it's kind of like, okay, so what are you supposed to do about that, right? So, it's like there's only so much stuff I'll do before I stop doing it, and I just stop pushing merchandise. Although Caroline says I should do more merchandising, and I'm like, people don't buy them, honey. I don't know. Sometimes I just got to work my day job instead of this stuff. Mm. But Sally, there you go. The new Ice Age Fossils State Park is a cool place to visit. That would be neat. Like I say, if you want to make a channel big, you got to talk about the same old stuff. So I guess you're going to see me doing the same old videos as all the other channels if I ever want to make it on the platform. Dave M says coming out in September with Alessandro. We'll reach out before we hit down. Sounds good, Dave. Where do you think the future of Vegas is headed? Love your channel. The future of Vegas is way. People thought it was going to be less gaming, but gaming keeps picking up. Every time Vegas, if somebody says Vegas is going to be dead, Vegas does something to buck the trend. It's like, oh, there's gaming in every jurisdiction. Vegas is doomed. It's not doomed, man. There's more people coming here than ever before. So Vegas is going to always have the gaming. I think that, I think we're going to get to a place where a lot of it is done mobile, so people don't have to pin them down to a casino. I think they're going to open up wagers and betting on phones, so people can be sitting in a restaurant playing an MGM slot machine, for example, and wagering real money on their mobile device. I think that's a big thing in this town. I think this town is going to get a Major League Baseball team, as we know is happening, and then we're going to get an NBA franchise, and we're going to be consistently just kind of upping the ante on stuff. And I just think it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where it's a destination city where you don't come out for a cheap room anymore. You don't come out for a small little stay. You just come out because, oh my gosh, I'm going to Vegas. I go every 2 or 3 years. It's going to be similar to Orlando, Florida, where you come out and you have to spend a week in order to get stuff. So I think right now they say that the average person stays 3.6 days. I don't know where they get the point 6 days from. I think it's going to reach out. It's going to go 3.6 to 5 to 7. And then people are going to come in and try to cram as much as they possibly can into their trip. Orlando, people come out to Orlando every 5 years, not every year. And that's because when they come out, they're coming out with their kids and their family. Hey, you can talk.
Oilers 3, Dallas 0.
Oilers 3, Dallas 0.
Yes.
Wow.
Second.
Second period. Wait, how many? Is Edmonton going to win the series tonight?
Oilers gonna go.
I know, but what I'm saying is, what's the score of the series? Is it 3-1 Edmonton?
It's 2-2.
2-2. Okay, good. All
So
right.
their next game will be in Edmonton, right?
If they're in Dallas now.
They're in Dallas now.
Oh my gosh, they can win it at home.
Yeah.
Oh man, then they got to play the Predators. No, not the Predators.
Panthers.
Panthers. Oh, I
Let's
failed
go.
hockey. I
Hey,
don't know hockey
you're
anymore.
a hockey fan.
I'm not a hockey fan, apparently. You're the hockey fan.
Hey, is there anything else you want to know?
I failed at being a Canadian
Is there
today.
anything else you want to know about hockey? The
Yeah.
standings?
How many quarters do they play again?
3.
4 quarters? That's terrible. Anyways,
It's looking good so far, but you know what? Hockey is all about what? Game of
game of seconds. There you go.
every second counts.
Every second counts.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, love. Okay. Yes, that was Caroline. Stevie J, I texted you on Memorial Day sending my blessings. You never texted me back. I'm sorry, man, if I missed my text that day. I apologize to you. How much more do you think casinos hotel can push the rates and fees? As far as the sky can take a man, as far as they can push those fees, they're going to push the fees. They're going to go as high and as hard as they possibly can on those, man. So let's see. So what's the next thing on the strip, right? So if we go and we take a look at the strip right here, and let me get rid of this. Boom. Don't need that right there. And then, yeah, so it's all about new innovative venues. Now, of course, if this thing ever gets built, I really doubt it will, but they want to build a basketball stadium here. So this is, of course, where are they going to build the all net arena? If you don't know about the AllNet Arena, it was a failed, doomed from the start type of project. But the AllNet Arena might be here, might not be here, but they're going to build like what a 1,100 tall like skyscraper hotel building, and they want to put a basketball arena here. The other thing though is that there's an area where they're actually already in the middle of doing that, and that would be all the way down here on Blue Diamond Road, which is essentially here in this area. I don't know if it's on this parcel of land that's right here, or if it's on this parcel of land that I'm zooming in on here. So they're already building a stadium down here in this area, and that's not far from most of that stuff right there. So it's interesting. She's talking to the cats. Okay, no problem. So whether or not they get to build something like that, I don't know. And what most people don't know about the strip is that the strip is actually set to have a different area altogether that could be also hotel zoned, and that would be everything back here. So all of this area back here is all zoned for H1, which is hotel gaming. As a matter of fact, you know, they were supposed to build the stadium for Major League Baseball quite literally right here. And that's before the Athletics got greedy and decided they want to go to the Tropicana site, which is going to cause nightmares because, I mean, if you look at it, we could have had a nice little stadium district. You know, a lot of cities do this. There's T-Mobile Arena. That's where the Golden Knights play. And then we have this area back here, which could have been where the baseball stadium was. And then you have three that are all on one side of the freeway. Instead of that, we're going to have the monstrosity of a baseball stadium right here, where everybody is going to have to take this one little road to get to Interstate 15, which is going to cause traffic problems. And that's what it's going to be. Isn't that where the train is going? I can show you where the train is going. That's a good question. Where's Brightline going to be? That's a great question. I knew somebody was going to ask, and I'd be happy to show you. All right, so Interstate 15, Las Vegas Boulevard. So this is where technically the station is going to be for the trains right here. This is where Brightline is going to build. So this long building down here, this is the Las Vegas South Outlet Center. And then you already have, if you go down here right now, you have a ton of look at, I can't get away from the attorney ads even on a freaking live stream. That is absolutely hilarious. You can see the attorney ads right there. This right here, like this road that goes in here, what they've done is they've paved this now, and you can see all this in here. And you know what? My head is just way too big. Let's make me smaller so you guys can see better. Okay. So yeah, right here is where the Brightline station will be. And so I do believe that if the stadium and this commercial district is happening, it's happening down here, right off of here. Now this is Blue Diamond Road. This goes up into Enterprise, Nevada. And then that's the Silverton over here. I used to live by the Silverton up until last October when we had to move. And then you have the Oasis RV park down here. So that's what everything looks like down there. I think the bright line is going to be near the airport, kind of closer to the airport, yes, but right across again from the outlet center. So right in this area, right here. This is already all fenced off, and they did the open, you know, shovel, the groundbreaking ceremony and stuff like that. So that's where everything is out here now. Other than that, there's not going to be much going on the strip anytime soon. You know, I don't arrive in Las Vegas until June 7th. Dinner with you in Carolina at Barry's. Sure, we can try that, Donald. I'll talk to her about that. And then see, this is the airport right on the strip right here. So you can see. Now, the other proposal for Allegiant was to build it here where the golf course is. I don't know what's going to happen at this golf course. I mean, like, I have no idea. I didn't even know they had water traps on this golf course. Seriously? Oh, now I want to go to this golf course and look at it. But yeah, that's what's happening around there now. Nothing else big is happening, really. That's it. There's no big properties going to be built, nothing of the sort. So ask me a question, I'll give you an answer. If you want me to, let me know. Love to be chatting with you guys. But other than that, yeah, I just wanted to open up my stream so I could talk to you guys one-on-one a little bit, make sure that you guys know that I'm here. We get a presence. You guys should subscribe because on Sunday I'm going to be going off for the strip. We're going to be looking at something cool. I don't know what it'll be yet. Might be Spring Mountain Road, Chinatown. We went on North Las Vegas Boulevard last time. We may go explore around the Rio. Might do something like that. We have other areas of town that we haven't been in yet. It's a great golf course. Is the Dream Casino in limbo? Yes, the Dream Casino is 100% in limbo. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Let's show you where that one was. So that one, of course, is not far from the Pinball Hall of Fame. So we just go a little bit south of the airport down here. No, yes, we do. No, we don't. I was lying to you. The Dream Casino is right here. That's actually this dead thing, right? Wow. My view is very strange. So, so this is the Dream Hotel and Casino right here by the Pinball Hall of Fame. And these are pretty significantly updated maps, so you can see how big that should have been. But I don't see it happening because they just ran out of money and they did what a lot of people do, which is they pour a foundation and hope that the investors come running in with money and that they can get their dream built. But it just didn't work out that way. Had my car stolen on Monday night. I encourage everyone to get a club for your steering wheel. I'm sorry, Jimmy. That's terrible. Hard Rock's going to be built, but not for 3 years. Cincinnati Kid, how you doing, bro? Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in quite a while. Then again, I haven't streamed in quite a while, but I mean, well, that's not true. I stream twice a week. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's true. The Hard Rock's going to be built, but I imagine what the Hard Rock is going to do is they're going to gut the casino. Let's just go and take a look at that just for the heck of it, because we have our maps open and everything is working good and I'm not having my stream go stupid on me. So let's go up to where that is. Okay. All the way up. Oh, my connection can't even keep up with it. So here's what the Mirage looks like. Okay. So if you take a look, yeah, they're gonna build the Mirage. Like they're gonna build the Hard Rock, sorry. That's a given. But they're gonna have to backfill all of that giant fountain, which you see out front there. And I imagine all they're gonna do with this is they are going to rip every single room out of this building and they are going to gut the entire thing and they're going to just start anew with the existing building. I don't consider that necessarily new construction, although obviously the guitar will be new construction, which will be in the lagoon out here. But other than that, I don't consider that new construction. The other thing that could happen is what's his name is Tim Fertitta, Tomato, I can't pronounce it. He owns this land down here, where the old, all of this land. He owns everything back here where the old travel lodge used to be. So he is trying to build something down here, but this land is just going to sit for quite some time. I don't think he's going to do anything with it anytime soon. And of course, this is old. There's no, this is all backfilled with the Boulevard shopping center. This is the old Hawaiian marketplace right here. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this land right here. This is another possible project. Talk to you in the morning to confirm PayPal recurring donation. Oh, thank you, Donald. Yeah, we're going to help Donald's grandson do some great stuff on YouTube. It's going to be great. A thief will saw through the steering wheel and easily slip the club off if they want your car enough. But how many thieves are walking around with saws? That's the question. My friend had no damage to his steering wheel. Do you think they will take over Treasure Island? No, I don't think so. Phil Ruffin owns Treasure Island, and he also owns the land on the other side. So if we take a look at what that area looks like one more time, we have the Mirage up here. He owns the Treasure Island right here. Okay. And he also owns the land on the other side of the Fashion Show Mall, which is, of course, the old Frontier site. So just to put that into perspective, Phil Ruffin owns the Treasure Island down there and also that blank spot of land up in the top. So I don't necessarily think that he's going to sell any of that land. He also owns part of the Trump Tower over here. And he also owns this land, which is right here, which is the festival grounds, which was another site for the baseball stadium, which they could have gotten for $1, but they decided the Athletics that they didn't want that. Ruffin is only 90. Um, you know, that's fine, but it doesn't, so yeah, you're right. Okay, he's almost 90. Oh, wow, we have Street View over here. I didn't know that on Google Maps, on Google Earth. Yeah, I mean, he's 90, so maybe when he passes away, somebody will do him like they did Sheldon Adelson and start selling off stuff. It's possible. It's possible. But see, they were supposed to be building a water park on the back of Circus Circus. That's something that they announced during the pandemic that they never did. So, the idea, I believe, was to get rid of Manor, Circus Circus Manor back here, just smash it all to the ground. These are not the nicest rooms in the city. You don't want to stay in them, I've heard. And some people live here, I think, like year round, full time. But I don't know that that's going to happen now because of the economy, and borrowing money is very expensive and that kind of thing. And then don't even get me started with what's actually going to happen on this other plot of land that the Resorts World owns. Like, I don't know what's going to actually happen here. They have extra land, and according to this, what is this I'm even looking at? Huh. Oh, that's just for an EDC thing. So whether or not they keep this the same or they build something, they were talking about a drone stadium or something crazy like that. That's a whole another conversation you'd have to have with Resorts World. But Resorts World's not doing well. I mean, I'm just telling you, they are in big trouble, I believe, but you'll never know because it's not really a publicly traded company and you can't possibly know. Fremont has better shows. I mean, they have all that entertainment all the time. Let's see what that question was all about. What were people asking me? Do you think they'll take over Treasure Island? You know, wife a nurse. Do you think Treasure Island will start charging for parking? I don't think they will. However, the last few times I've parked at Treasure Island, the guards always ask me, what are you doing on property? So they're actually asking you, what are you doing on property? That could be the next thing where they actually start charging people for parking. That's a definite possibility. I will just pause right now to say that this stream, I think, has had some ads in it. I don't know if it's been advertised. I don't know if it's had ads in it, but a great way to support the channel and help us is to go to Patreon. That's patreon.com/, not leaving Las Vegas. And you can get extra content. I just posted up a video last week, 15 minutes on my thoughts of my state of my channel on YouTube and not giving up and just trying new concepts and stuff like that. We have some extra videos of tours of stuff on in Las Vegas that I shot that look really, really great. I have extra photo sets that I put up over there. Go to Patreon .com/, not leaving Las Vegas. You can do that. And if you guys wanted to send us a donation, you can do it here, notleavinglasvegas.com/donate. That would be pretty rad. We didn't have any donations tonight except for a few super chats, but I'm also not on the strip. So there's probably people that are like, you don't deserve it because you're not on the strip. Let's see here. What was the convention center going to do with that lot up front of the strip? So the lot up front of the strip is got. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with the convention center. Let's go find what you're talking about, and I know what you're talking about. So there's the back of the Circus Circus. There's the Fontainebleau. And you're talking about this lot right here. Now, this lot right here is actually the old Riviera site, and the La Concha used to be on here. This was actually sold during COVID-19 times to somebody from some other country. I think it was like somewhere in South America. And then he didn't hold on to it, but I think they gave him like a 20-year option to do something with it. What's going to happen with this land? Quite frankly, I have no idea. I mean, it says a lot. Fontainebleau only built because they had to. This plot of land is not going to do much. The convention center may expand out, but I don't know that they need much more room. I mean, we're already one of the largest convention centers on the planet. Not as big as Munich, Germany, and Chicago, but I mean, this is the convention center here. That's a big convention center. This is also the convention center. There's only so much we can do with it. But yeah, we're going to see what happens. Nothing's happening with this right now. You can lease the land if you want, do something temporarily on it. I like the hotel with the Arboretum in it. Does Caesars own the Rio? Seems like the Rio might be pulling in cash. I hope they get real and stop all hidden fees and just make people happy again. Yeah, as somebody, Neo Seb, already pointed out, the Rio is not owned by Caesars. At one point, it was owned by Caesars, but it's now owned by a New York-based company called Dreamscape. Dreamscape bought it either right before or right after the COVID-19 pandemic. And they have put a lot of work into this property already. They're doing a massive overhaul. At one point, they were supposed to attach the Hyatt name to it. I don't know if that's something that they're still considering doing. But the Rio, the original tower for the Rio, I mean, it was really revolutionary when it started because it was the first all suites hotel in the entire city. I mean, South Park even name dropped it back in 1999. That's how big of a deal it was. But they do have convention space back here, all this stuff, all these this is convention space. The other baseball stadium site, that idea was to knock down this convention space and give the Athletics that parking lot that you see right there in the video. Never happened. Of course, we have some timeshare properties back here. This is the Wyndham. It's called the Desert Blue. This is a timeshare resort shaped kind of like the wind for whatever reason. And then this is actually a condominium, a condo called Jade. And then everything else around here just kind of goes underneath the interstate, but the proximity to Caesars is just crazy. I mean, there's Caesar's Palace compared to everything that you just saw. Do you think what's up go back there? No, I think the World Series of Poker is going to stay on the strip. That's what I think. Rio is Hyatt. Okay, well, there you go. Did I say Hyatt? I think I said Hyatt. That's good. Good. Thank you so much, Matt, with Realm Entertainment. Yeah, and then that's really what it is at this point. There was supposed to be an extra tower here. This never happened. There's a lot of unused space over here. A lot of industrial stuff and a lot of areas where you got a lot of places where you can put a lot of new stuff. Just to give you a general idea of all that. Let's see here. And Lady Grace is showing me the eyeballs. Very cool. Appreciate you guys being here with us tonight as we're viewing the whole entirety of the whole entire Las Vegas Strip. I love your input and knowledge. Oh, thank you so much. Be happy, eat bacon. I like that name. That's cool. And yeah, if you want to subscribe to me, I'm going to be going out on Sunday morning and doing a live stream around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And that's really it. There's not much else that you're going to see because everything else is kind of already snapped up and claimed. There's some stuff happening at UNLV that could happen, that could be big. Downtown, you're not going to see many big developments downtown. Of course, City Hall is doing an expansion. But other than that, nothing big going to be happening anytime soon in Vegas. Someone needs to build a casino for kids and families and machines to play and no smoking. The problem with kids in Vegas, it's a challenge, right? Because you think about it. You bring your kids to Vegas, kids aren't allowed near the gaming areas, so the parents can't both gamble at the same time. There's a there's a chain of child care services out here called Kids Quest, but you won't find them on the Las Vegas Strip. Just Vegas isn't made for children. It's not geared towards kids. And then people bringing their kids here, I think they're just ignorant. They don't know what it's really like. They see they see the strip as a place where, oh, it's okay. We just a little bit of gambling. But no, man, it's sex, it's alcohol, it's drugs, and it's everything that you shouldn't want your children to see, man. You know, it's not right. Stitch Me Up says, or maybe I should say the employees who were let go because I had to change the hotel. I missed something you might have said. M Resort is building another tower. That's good. Where are the middle class houses near the strip? All right, well, we can take a look at that. So let's see how that might look. Boom, back to our map here. So the way the strip is built, and now we're looking at downtown, so that's not the right place. The way the city is built, we just go over some main corridors, okay? So here's the strip, and it goes north, south, east, west, right? Never eat shredded wheat. And we have Sahara, which is up here. So there's the Sahara Hotel. Okay, now Sahara that's looking west. Sahara's east-west street. Coming down this way, we're going to have eventually the Flamingo when we get down far enough. And Flamingo is right here, named after the Flamingo Hotel. We go down a little bit further and we have Tropicana, which is named after the Tropicana Hotel. You go down a little bit further, we have Hacienda, which is named after the Hacienda, which is now the Mandalay Bay. So to ask that question, so most of the stuff going out to a couple of city blocks or a couple of miles away are not anything to do with housing. Okay. You got to go through all of these. These are all office parks until we get to a couple of blocks away. And then you're going to see some condo type developments. That's the first thing you see outside of the strip. You see condominiums. And so if you're not familiar, you don't live in a place like this, like Vegas, these are all condos, all these roofs, all these different colors. These are all places where if you bang on the wall, your neighbors can hear you. If you stomp on the floor and they live below you, your neighbors can hear you. And then we would go out even further. If we go out even further, now we get to homes. These are single family residentials out here. No, these are not. See, these are still condos. And you can tell because you can see the carports. All those things, those are carports. If you have a spot underneath the sun shelter, that means you have an assigned parking. Don't park there. If it's not your spot, you will be towed. It's pretty aggressive. And then, yeah, then we get to these areas out here where we actually have homes. And it takes quite a distance to get to the actual homes. Here we go. Now these are the single family residentials. About 5-6 miles out. And that's what it looks like. And they all link into these roads that, if you look, are in a perfect grid. So look as I scroll over here, try not to give you guys whiplash, right? So to see these perfect grids, right? Vegas is only 120 years old. It's a very new, relatively new city when you compare it to London or to New York City. You can see how these are on a perfect grid. So you can really get from one side of the town to the other. Like right out here, this has got to be, can't remember what road this is. But when I swing around, check this out. Look at how that goes. Off into the distance. This one road. I don't even know what road this is. Can't even tell. It's not labeled. That's useless. So yeah, you can see that perfectly gridded road that goes all the way across one single road that ends up, crazily enough, as switchbacks on a mountainside on the east side of town. That is a trip. I've never actually seen how far out those roads go. So that's how it goes. And just to accentuate this a little bit, see here on the grids on the city map, you can see that's how it goes. So, and they all feed in, like I mentioned, they all feed in. This is Charleston on the north end of town right here. Let's see. Oh man, I can't find myself. I'm going to lose myself in the maps and I don't know what I'm really trying to show. So Bellagio, this is Flamingo, goes all the way out north, south, or sorry, east, west. Yeah, perfect grids everywhere you go. Where are the mansions located, Zach says? Oh, that one's simple. That's going to be in, there's some gated communities, some areas out in Summerland and stuff like that. So this is on the east side of town. Not going to be a lot of mansions on the east side of town. Let's just do this like this, okay? So I can show you some big old houses in this area. So if we go out to Silverton area, because I used to live in this area, remember I told you, believe it or not, some of these homes down here are massive and they're sitting on entire acreages, okay? So these are like 6,000 square foot homes, 8,000 square foot homes down here. Massive, huge swimming pools. Some of these houses are just monsters, beastly. Um, there's homes down here that are owned by Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, not McDavid. He's playing hockey right now. There's one such home down here. I'm trying to find it just to show you in this area where, again, the reason you're like this is because you don't have to tap into the city's water supply if you're in this area. You can just tap your well, okay? Like, look at this. People have entire massive carports down here. People are buying 1 or 2 acres. This one down here, we were told that this guy owns NASCARs. Look at that garage. That's like a one, two, three, four, like an 8-car garage this guy has attached to his house. So pretty big. And then there's some other big stuff down here too. And then we get out further to Summerlin and you can see some of the other big stuff in the city, in the area. So that's one such place where some of these big houses exist. And then you got to go up into Mount Charleston. Some of the most expensive real estate in the entire city is out towards Mount Charleston. And then, like most places, when you get out to some of these areas where you drive into Southern Highlands, I can actually show that here. Here. Oops. We've been out to some of these houses out here. This is in Enterprise, Nevada. These are going to be some really big homes. And there's actually a hill here, and the houses are started to go up on the hill because you can see that they're kind of grading things and building these switchback roads. So some of these homes here are huge, and then the city view that you get is like a real huge strip view. So some of these houses are just monstrous. Look at this thing right here. Look at these houses. These are like 10,000 square foot. It's facing the golf club, the golf courses. This one here is like a 3-level triple decker monster right out here facing the golf course. This is where the bigger homes are in the southeast part of the city too. Where do they ski? The snow-capped mountain. What's the name? That's called Mount Charleston. That's called Mount Charleston. We can go and look there. Lee Canyon, Lee Canyon Road, Las Vegas, and that's way up here. So this is Lee Canyon Road. As a matter of fact, this map has snow on it, and you can see the peaks of Mount Charleston, give you an idea of where you're at out here. If you view the valley, where the heck is the valley? Here it is. Cactus Springs. Oh man, I'm completely lost and I'm disorienting you as much as I'm disorienting me. Bonanza Park, Death Valley, Pahrump, over the hump, Charleston Peak. So that's Charleston Peak there. And I don't even have a compass to tell where I'm looking at. Searchlight is down there. Blue Diamond. All right, so Blue Diamond and Enterprise. So this out here looks over the entire city. So Blue Diamond is a small little town. Enterprise, Nevada is a small little place. But then we go to back to where we just were. Exploration Peak Park, some of the nice big homes out here. So that's really what you're looking at. But yeah, there's some big homes in Vegas, that's for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, just go to Zillow.com. This is not a hard thing to do. You just go to, type in Las Vegas. And a lot of the bigger homes, they don't even get listed up here because they're called pocket listings, for example. And let's just go from price, minimum to maximum, no maximum. And let's say, can't find it. Let's go to a maximum of, let's go here, 9 million. And we'll take a minimum of, I don't know, 2.5. And you can see some of the listings up here. So right here, we have some commercial properties. So you got to be careful. Okay. These are some like entire apartment buildings that you can get. So this is a $3.45 million right here. This is a 5-bedroom, 7-bath, 5,100 square feet. And this is Edgewood. This is downtown near the Scotch Eights. Scotch Eights is a nice little old district where they gave 8 acre Scotch 80. I guess it is Scotch 80. There's 80 acres that were given to Scottish people. That's why it's literally called that. And if we zoom out a little bit more, you can see some stuff here like $6 million up here. $6 million, 8 bedrooms, 8 baths, 14,059 square feet. House for sale. This is out in Summerland, and it gives you actually, interestingly enough, that looks just like the home that we were just looking at. And then there's some other stuff that you don't even see up here. Some listings in some areas like Blue Heron and stuff like that, where there was one person that reached out to my company and they wanted me to give them free advertising. Couldn't do it, but they were selling $22 million homes that were like custom built homes. And this home had a garage where you pull your high-end car into your garage, and then you press a button and it goes up to your master bedroom. So in the morning time, you have this master bedroom that's 4,000 square feet just for the one master bedroom. Everything you need is in there. And then if you want to just leave for work, you just press the button and your car rises up into your master bedroom on the 4th floor. Get in your car, you go down the 4th floor elevator, and you drive your car out. So it's like wild amount. And what's crazy is that in LA, that same thing costs $100 million, and out here it's 22 million, which is crazy. Um, let's see here. I wish I could remember the address where I stayed out there. It was close to the bus line route. Walmart was not far from it. I know where that is, Betty. Yeah, Betty, I can show you where that was. Check it out. I think I know where Betty was trying to look. Let's go back to here. Did I get rid of my maps? I'm guessing Betty was somewhere like this, just to give her that. You were probably out near Spanish Trail, because I'll show you why. It's on a bus line. It's on Tropicana. The Sultan of Brunei, I don't know if he still owns the house, but he had a house in this area. So your Walmart store is just a little up the road from here. So the Walmart is actually on the other side of the 215 Beltway. So that's where your Walmart is right here. And that is Spanish Trail right there. So this is the Walmart, and this is Spanish Trail, and this is a bus line. This is Tropicana, and this goes all the way down to the strip. It's probably where Betty was staying back in the day. Dana White's house uses a lot of water. Yeah, we have the water offenders list. I talk about this in that video I did yesterday. It's 25 minutes long. You guys can go check it out. But yeah, these are some redonkulously sized homes out here that use way too much water. I mean, like, but who am I to say what the heck is way too much water? You know, not necessarily. But yeah, this is one of the oldest kind of communities in town, and this is where everybody wants to get. So here, give you an idea. That's a home in Spanish Trail. That giant thing. Pretty nice, right? Yeah, kind of crazy. And then we have the detention basins, the dryness everywhere you go. So those are the homes that we have, and you can't see it because I realize my zoom is weird. So there's a giant home. Kind of wild stuff, man. Yeah, there's so much wealth to be had out there. We just got to go and get some of it. You guys, we spent 90 minutes. I want to thank you guys for watching the stream. Thank you guys. Be sure to tune in on Sunday, because we're going to be doing a live stream out and about Sunday morning. And that's it. So my hardcore folks that hung out with me tonight, thank you guys so very, very much. You guys are fantastic and you're beautiful people, and I love you. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas, and stay tuned to the channel. We got some more videos coming up soon, and you guys are great. Okay, you guys are great. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Ernie. Thank you for Neo Seb. Did they demolish Siegfried and Roy's house? Not yet. You guys are great. Yeah, now everybody wants to chat with me. See you guys on Sunday. 3, 2, 1, and click.